Now you see me. Now you don't. Because apparently 10 years ago they thought magic was cool. And is it now? No. But on the other hand, Atlas saying that the Horsemen haven't met or grouped up together in 10 years, biggest trick of them all, I saw myself aging, my life flashing before my eyes, and wow, I'm really old. But I also wasn't the only one that aged, because the Horsemen, they look old, and I understand they're trying to build up a new generation, which we'll talk about that later. But man, they gave Jesse Eisenberg some fuck-ass bob. I know it's not an actual bob, but like, just look at the dude. Look at the dude. And then Woody Harrelson, he looks like Lenny from Shark Tale for some reason. I mean, good for him, man. I don't know. I don't mean to hate on age, but they're looking quite old. And then don't even get me started on Morgan Freeman, man. Seeing him in this movie, seeing what they do to him. He's like I feel like he's just a grandfather of like cinema. You know, and just to see him age in real time, really it hurts. But hey, I mean, at least he's still kicking it for this movie. I mean, we'll get there. We'll get there. And believe me, I'm new to the Now You See Me franchise. I did not watch this in the 2010s. I actually watched the whole trilogy this year just so I could watch this movie. And let me say, it pisses me off. Magic pisses me off. At least in this movie, it just pisses me off. Man, and I think it's back in the time where plot twists were like, hey, let's just go as insane as we can, and we'll find a way to connect it. And all the writers in the room were like, yeah, alright, that sounds fun. It's like they put a bunch of novelists in the room and they're like, hey, let's just make our insane brainstorming ideas and combine them and make a shit poop story out of it. And they came up with the Four Horsemen and just kind of like a weird magic heist thing. Now, you're probably thinking, Cinebro, film dude, man, this guy, you're really crapping on this movie. You must really hate it. I'm not gonna lie. After watching the third film, Now You See Me, Now You Don't, I'm getting into it. You see, for the same reasons I hate this movie is the same reasons I see it as like being successful. It's so problematic. It's good. It's weird because it's not like Wizard of Oz type fantasy. It's not sci-fi or anything. It's just really stupid and unbelievable, and to the point where it's actually super entertaining. It's seriously like the plots they end up like this. Like, watch, for example, I have a yo-yo here. Watch this. I'm gonna make this a magic trick straight from the movie. You ready? You ready? You ready? You see that? You see that? I just did it. You guys didn't realize, but I shit myself. And you know what? Who knows? Maybe I'm just bad at predicting movies. But I feel like the Now You See Me franchise is the absolute worst at giving you hints and foreshadowing and doing all the bits that it should do. Like, I believe I watched Now You See Me, the first one, twice. And I was wondering, hey, maybe I could pick up some hints as I go along to find the plot twist. Nope. Nope, you can't. That's not happening. That's the magic of it all. They just lie to you. Or they just hide a bunch of information and then just tell you at the very end, and you're like, oh, okay, I guess that makes sense. I could go on and on about this franchise, and I'll hold off because I feel like in the future I might want to make one for each movie because it just pisses me off so much. I think the second one is the worst by far, but let's just talk about the new one, Now You See Me, Now You Don't. Now, let's just talk about the movie really quick. I'm going to go into spoilers here, so be prepared. This is not a magic trick. I'm just outright telling you. It starts off with three misfits, three of them, and basically they're fans of the Horsemen and they want to do what they did. So they rip off some crypto pros and also commit identity theft and pretend to be the Four Horsemen. Then, whoop-de-doo, Atlas shows up and is like, hey man, don't steal my identity. Also, I got this card from the Eye, which we still have no explanation of what the Eye kind of is. Like, we have explanation of what the Eye is, but like, who is the Eye? Is it just Mark Ruffalo? Like, I feel like we need more explanation there. Like, we don't meet any other like cool ass magicians. I know in the second one we technically meet those two Asian people in the store. Don't remember their names. I'm sorry, but they're part of the Eye. But are they like grandfathered in? Are they part of a council? Like, give us some explanation. Anyways, sorry. Back to the point. With Atlas there, they plan to steal a diamond from the Vinderberg, I think is their name. It's Vanderberg, sorry, who is just like, you know, they're rich diamond monopoly owners who just own the diamond industry. And this is where we kind of meet the evil lady girl who's just the girl boss. Her name is Veronica Vanderberg, and she gets a phone call from a random person being like, hey, remember when you killed that kid in a car accident? And she's like, how do you know about that? I'm trying to sell the heart diamond, which is this fancy diamond that's never been seen before or in the last 100 years, because I need more money or some stupid shit like that. I don't freaking know. Anyways, Atlas goes to a reception with the Misfits. They try to steal the diamond. They successfully steal the diamond. You guys could find out how, because it's really cool, by watching the movie. They switch the box that it's in. Yeah, you thought I wasn't going to tell you. But guess what? That was the illusion the whole time. That's how this movie works, apparently. But yeah, they switch the box, and they get the heart diamond. And then as they're breaking out, they're like, oh my gosh, we have no plan to escape. And that's where the rest of the original horsemen come in and try to save the day. And then they eventually save the day. This is where we found out Mark Ruffalo is imprisoned in some Russian prison because they messed up a heist gig or whatever it is a long time ago. And that's why the Four Horsemen disbanded. Then they decide to do this one last time because why the heck not? And then for some reason they get caught. Half of them go to jail, and then they all escape except for Woody Harrelson. And then they're basically like, oh, we gotta give the diamond back because we need Woody Harrelson in our life now for some reason. I guess because they feel bad that Mark Ruffalo's in prison, but I just wish he would stay there. Yeah, Mark Ruffalo, you just got owned. And this is where the whole elaborate thing happens, you know, because Now You See Me's just known for having crazy plot twists, and it's just so bad. It's just so bad. This is what pisses me off the most here. So they come up with an elaborate plan to take Woody Harrelson back while still having the diamond. So what happens is the Vanderberg girl also has a plan herself. So as they're switching out the diamonds, she trapdoors them like in Minecraft, and they fall into a pit where sand's falling on them or whatever. They end up escaping, yes. But while that's happening, one of the three misfits named Bosco, probably my favorite out of all of them, steals an F1 car and creates a distraction. And as he's doing that, the Vanderberg lady is so distracted by everything else, she hops into the car with, what's the dude's name? His name's just Charlie, because he has no last name, because he was an orphan, and he's the only one that Atlas couldn't find any dirt on. Is that gonna go somewhere? No, because they told us he was an orphan. But guess what? It does go somewhere, because they just straight up lie to you like they do in every movie. He was not an orphan. He was the kid that Vanderberg supposedly killed, and was actually her half-brother, because her father, who was also a Nazi, was like, hey, I'm gonna sleep with my housemaid. And she found out, and her mom found out, so her mom ended up offing herself, and Vanderberg, evil lady, ends up cutting the brakes off the housemaid's car and pretty much supposedly killing the mom and the baby that she had, but the baby survived, which is now Charlie. Yes, a little convoluted, isn't it? That's because it is. But wait, there's more to this, because A magician's not supposed to reveal their tricks, except for this movie, because they have to explain every little trick possible, because it's just that franchise. And I'm starting to actually like it. Apparently, it was a fake dust storm that got her into an arena, and then they just planned everything appropriately. Charlie was the one who sent out the cards, so he faked the eye cards. So apparently, it's really easy to find out that the eye exists. They're not some hidden organization anymore, because three misfits found it. He was able to get the horsemen together, and with the horsemen, he was able to plan all of this so he could reveal that the Vanderberg lady is a bad lady, and that she is not the only, she's not the sole owner of the diamond monopoly. And that's about it. The end scene, there's a bag that shows up with Mark Ruffalo's face. Big jump scare. And he's just like, hey, you guys thought you could get away with, identity theft with the horseman? Well, guess what? You definitely can. Welcome into the eye. And there's no repercussions after that. So he actually wasn't imprisoned. Charlie was not actually an orphan. And all this just kind of makes sense, I guess. And that's what pisses me off about these movies. Okay? It just pisses me off. You want to see? You want to see? I can make a Now You See Me 4 right now. You want to see me do it? Here, watch. I have a cat, guys. Check this out. Loki, come here. Loki, come here. Come here. Joke's on you. It's a freaking dog. Okay, you're good now. Go back over here. Come on. Hang out. And that's how the movies are. You know, they set you up with the first one with Dylan Shrike, Mark Ruffalo or whatever, just being an FBI agent. Big whoop. He's actually not. He's the son of a famous magician who died. Then you have Thaddeus, Morgan Freeman in the second one, who's supposed to be a magician poser who calls every magician a phony. Nope, he was part of the act, actually. He is part of the eye. They just straight up lie to you. I'm getting lied to. These movies are gaslighting us. And we're just letting them do that to us. And for the biggest magic trick of this all, the movie's actually successful. They've already greenlit a fourth movie. I think this movie already made like 85-90% of what it cost to make just its opening weekend, which is insane for any movie. And there's an obvious reason why. People like the franchise. I might not be people, but I'm starting to be. I could see why people like this movie. Not everything needs to be Oppenheimer. Not everything has to be artistic. With the fall off of Harry Potter, where else do you have to go when it comes to magic? There's people out there who love Chris Angel. There's people out there who loves heist movies, Ocean's 11. And it all kind of brings it all together. This movie's just one big, fun Rube Goldberg machine. You know, the Goldberg machine, it's not supposed to be smart. It's not supposed to be intellectual. It's supposed to be fun, zany, unique, quirky, and that's what this movie is. It's downright stupid. I want to make a machine that takes 30 minutes, takes 5 hours of planning and setup just to pour cereal in my bowl. And that's what this movie kind of does. So maybe this franchise is more beloved than I thought. Maybe people actually really enjoy it, and that's okay. I mean, look at me. I'm spending making a 10-minute video on it, and I'm starting to see why it's so fun. But on the other hand, what do you guys think? Do you think this movie is worth watching? Do you think this franchise is just crazy weird? I want to know your opinions. And thanks for watching. Feel free to like below and hit the subscribe button. It would mean a lot to me. Thank you. Catch you guys later. Poof. Just kidding. That was an illusion. I don't know how to edit that well. I can't make myself disappear. Did it work? Did I get you guys? I was still here. I don't know how to do that.